Namaste, Jai Bharat. It is revealing when we look at the history of Bharat, ancient history in particular. It will strike us to see how Bharat was integrated into one whole unit. Spread Bharat. Now, Parashurama was, of course, we consider Parashurama as an avatar, especially in Gujarat. Is from a place called as Bhrigu Kaksha, which is called Bharuch today. Not very far from my house. And the legend is that I'm only talking about legends, not giving history, because the legend, I believe, has their own traditional legend. They have their own valid points. Now you can't get everything objective in black and white in front of you for many cases. So Parashurama, the legend says, had created the place called Kerala today, which is a state of Union of Bharat. It's created by Parashurama, and these people believe white kind of like a story in Kerala is created by Parashurama. So Kerala also has got another name, Parashurama Kshetra, and he brought some people, Brahmins in particular, and made them live there. This is a story narrative. But Parashurama is from Bhrigu Bharuch, and Bharuch to Kerala should be something like say 1,800, 600 kilometers. I'm talking about aerial distance. That kind of it. An aerial distance must be less. Should be that far away. The legend is that he threw his parashu, which is that battle axe, to south, and wherever it fell, from that place the land came out. Possible because there must have been this land going down in water and coming up, all those things. The terrain of Kerala, vegetation, etc., supports this theory. It's a different kind of vegetation. The terrain is different, all that. Then, another story, that's what I thought I'll say today. They have an annual celebration, local celebration of the Kerala state, that they call this Onam. It has its own this astrological positioning and values and calculations, which I'm not familiar with. They have ancient Bharatiya astrological calculation. This star, this thing, that thing, all. It's supposed to be the Onam is a celebration that is supposed to be recalling a glorious period when a very benevolent king was in rule. And the narrative has got a saying, which is a contradiction, I'll say, that king was an Asura king. Asura means not Sura. It doesn't, because of the qualities. I've told you in some other times also that we had a lot of quality concepts. Like phonetic concepts we were using in abundance, not denotative concepts. You given these qualities, you are Nasura. Given these qualities, you are a Rakshasa. Given these qualities, you are this, that, etc. Arya, Anarya, these are all quality concepts. So the Asura king Mahabali was in rule. And the Mahabali king was supposed to have been most benevolent to his subjects, his people. And he provided everything to the people. So they consider that was the most glorious period in the history of that land. So they celebrated, even today, big celebrations, a state-sponsored celebration. And then the story of Mahavishnu's Vamana Avatara, because the narrative is that because of this fame and glory of the king Mahabali, the Mahavishnu came an avatara form as Vamana, and then pushed him out of the place, sent him down to Patal Lok. That's what the narrative says. And because Devrajendra of Devloka, which is Swarga, which is not like heaven. Heaven is what they have translated. Was jealous of him. This is narrative. But the real, when you go into it, reason should have been, if this we accept this story, should have been that Mahabali is called an Asura in spite of his very divine kind of life. Ravana was a great scholar, a great Brahmin, but he was a Rakshasa because he did not have the quality of real Brahmana. So he is called Rakshasa. Mahabali had one, as I understand, drawback, one bad quality. For the sake of his people, he will snatch the property of others. He will bring things from other places, depriving those human beings for the sake of his people, providing his people. Don't you think this is precisely what Adolf Hitler was doing? He, in his autobiography Mein Kampf, very clearly says that when German people need land, farmers feel land, with the power of sword or rifle, we will snatch the land from others, neighbors, and give it to my people. Same thing you find in Mahabali. He takes things from others and gives to his people. That made him Asura. That's not supposed to. That's not a quality of any ruler. Taking from someone else, because they are also humans. They also have their own civilization, their own, whatever, everything is there. And you deprive somebody for the sake of somebody is not fair. That's not nobility. So that's what is called as Mahabali. Now, how is Mahabali connected? He is not originally from Kerala. His father's name is Purochana. Purochana was a Brahmin. And Purochana's father's name was Prahlada. You know Prahlada, those who know this Purana, who was son of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is called an Asura because he wanted to himself become God. But his son Prahlada was a Brahmana, and Purochana was a Brahmana, and his son Mahabali is an Asura. This is how it is. It is a structure. One becomes what one is. And Ravana is not from south actually. He is from a village nearby Delhi. So, but Mahabali is from Bhagakaksha, who was ruling Kerala. Look and see how Bharat is interconnected. Whatever. This narrative, take seriously. You can weave things into connect. Then you can go by names. There is a place called Gauda Desha, which is Utkala Bangadesha, Eastern Bharat. And there's titles in Bharat, Saraswata. Some Saraswatas are Brahmanas and some Saraswatas are not Brahmanas. Saraswata suggests that this person had his origin at the basin of river Saraswati. And it flows. And those people who had gone to east and then moved out from there are called Gauda Saraswatas. So look at how the nation is integrated one another through tens and thousands of years of coexistence of the multiple and plural, which of course is the Vedopadishadic epistemology of a coexistence of multiple and plural into unity. Precisely this is what we find in Rigveda's last sukta, united you stand, one soul, one mouth, one mind. So the national integration of Bharat is rather spontaneous, even if nobody is there, they are integrated, which is a civilizational area, which is a cultural area. Everybody who comes from this culture belongs to Bharat. Those who go out of this culture go out of Bharat. That's how the concept is made. We shall meet again. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.